It's done.
Okay. So this is super dorky, but I'm just going to show you rather than I'm going to write it all down for whoever in the future is making paper. But I thought it was easier to show you. So I use about 2 bits bamboo to 1 part cattail. And basically you put it together like this. You swish it around, and you don't want too much in here or too little. You'll get the hang of what's about right. You scoop it in. See, that's too thin. Well, it's good enough. But if it gets much past that, you're going to want to add some more fiber. But you always swish it before every dip. Can you see? Okay. So once you pull it out, you let it drain really well. After it's mostly kind of stopped, you take the top part off. You're left with that. And we had problems with it sticking, so I tested, and this is what I found kind of works. If you just have them take a sponge and gently, you don't want to push it up too far, but just kind of gently pull some of the moisture off the back before you put it down on the paper towel. You will have had them write their name on the paper towel in a Sharpie before they do it, because it's going to get all wet, so they have to make sure they write their name before. So then you just plop it down, and you wrung out your sponge, you dry it some more, and then we were having trouble with it sticking still, and so right now I'm just using a toothbrush, but I think I might get one of those little circular brushes where it'll be a little bit easier. But now I just take the toothbrush and run it particularly on the edges, getting the edges real good, and then just real quickly all the way through. Another trick that seems to help some is if you hold the paper towel, I'll try to do it from your angle. Try to hold the paper towel tight as you pull away from it. As you pull away, you get a piece of paper. So like I said, this is about as thin as you're going to want to get it. So now I would want to add more fiber to the water. You want to put it over here, Kate? You can stack these up, even though they're all wet. You can stack them on top of each other. So I think, doing about 12 kids at a time should be fine. And I'll put in the notes if it dries overnight this way. So every so often are you watching, Kate?
Yeah.
Wring out your little chamois every so often, and just kind of play with the fiber. But again, that's as thin as I think you'd want to do it. And that's it.
9.
Oh, is it still going? Okay. And then this didn't dry flat. This dried on a rack, but it's going to be stuck to the paper towel when you're done. And I've just started to loosen this end. So you just kind of stick your finger, and then it'll peel off the paper towel after you give it back to them. But if it has their name on it, it's better if the name's on the front. It's just easy to give them back to it like this without peel, and then they can peel it off. Okay, you can shut it down.